The music never lasts long enough. Hello and good morning, everyone. Eli sends a 5, Basilisk Storm Mage, Kieran Dave, Cooler Man, Darkwing, Doomsday. Man, there's a lot of you guys showing up right for the start of the stream today. This is unusual. Greetings to you all. I'm getting good at positioning this camera without actually needing too much adjustment. Good morning. I was watching this start on YouTube, but it's so lonely in the chat over there. It is lonely over there. It is lonely, and I don't know whether or not the stream over on YouTube will ever catch on, if it'll actually garner an audience of some type. I don't have a problem streaming to both platforms at the same time, especially since it's allowed by Twitch at this point. But it's just so quiet over there, and the only time that it ever lights up is whenever one single person manages to stumble on by, or like what happened like a week or so ago, a hate raid happens. Which, on that note, I think I figured out why that happened. It's because I have the LGBTQ tag on the stream. So morning, you filthy animals. Hello from Yosemite National Park. Amongst snow and rain, I just finished pan frying eggs in an English muffin. Oh man, that'd be great. You in a Verbo or something, or is it a Airbnb? Maybe it's an actual like resort location or something. I don't know. Did you? I figure you rented a cabin while you went out there. I got news. I gotten a haircut 5 millimeter today. That's a really short haircut. Over a jet boil, I am so cold. Can Will's fiery wits keep me warm? Probably not. Like I've got plenty of salt and attitude, but I don't know. Um, I don't know that any of it really helps to keep people warm. Everything everyone has said they did/are doing sounds way more interesting than cleaning up, calling up and emailing every single one of my state's representatives. Oh man, that would be perfect. If more people did that, I think that our governments would be working better. Finally, drink that bottle of wine I had in the fridge. Oh God, that's right. Freaking, we have a bottle of champagne in the fridge that we need to drink. I am actually at a camp this morning. Okay, that would explain why it's freezing cold out there. My fam isn't as bold as camping. God. It was a one backpack camp, so I just brought 2 eggs, a muffin, coffee, and my jet boil. Okay, I see how it is. Cold weather is nice. We are basically at the end of it. We're supposed to almost get up into the 80s where I live today. Well, not today, but this week. It's progressively getting warmer over the week. So you choose cold weather over heat? I don't know which is better. What I do know is that I don't look forward to my electric bill either way. You need to celebrate, Strife. Celebrate what? What do I need to celebrate? All right, guys, let us get back to the mining of the crafts, or the crafting of the mines. And There we go. I forgot that this is where I left myself. Man. I guess this is what we're going to be doing. Moving a bunch of material back to the, Oh, wah. Thank you so much for that $5 there, Cooler. Jeez. Oh, scare me. Okay, that's all full already. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to come back here then. Let me check the notifications. My favorite wine is Rossa. I had that wine for a few. I had that one for a few years. I just need to drink that. Tomorrow breakfast is gonna have yogurt with oats and a glass of whole milk. And you can't stop me. Also, what's your favorite type of wine? My favorite type of wine? Oh my god. Here's the crazy thing. I cannot actually answer that because I have had so little wine in my entire life. It's like, what's your favorite wine? Well, I know that there's red and white. That's about everything I've got. All right, so for what it's worth, with that $5 donation, we're now a quarter of the way to another pick being released, guys. So every hundo that comes in total now gets us to every cent gets us towards another picture release. For those of you who are interested in that type of thing, actually. Very quickly here, I just realized that I don't have any music going, and I should probably have a playlist of some type in the background. You know what? I haven't looked at my soundtracks in a while. It's only a matter of time until a hundo gets dropped. Yeah, well, I don't have any hope, or I'm not banking on that happening today. Let's just switch to this for a little bit of a moment. Redeemed flirt. Oh no. Say that I'm knowledgeable in Star Wars lore. God. All right, you give me a moment and I'll come up with something. Oh, I already got that one. You know what? This will do the job. I haven't listened to this soundtrack in ages. I fight back against the emptiness. I will keep this going. Message retracted. Dave's loyal horse is sucked into the mud, but they keep going. What on earth are you doing, Dave? God. Is that music from Banished? Yes, it is. Glad to know that you were able to spot it. Alright, let's see. My god, there are a lot of endies down here. Alright. Too much anime? How about I rescue you from this Death Star and we go play Slave Leia in my bedroom? How's that? Good enough? Hope it's good enough. Not necessarily the best one I've ever done. Hello, Liz Day. How you doing? There you go. Sorry, no one can see this. This is the empty YouTube chat, and I can't break camp until the rain lets up. You're in the rain? Man. Well enough. You? I'm doing okay. I could also be better, but I'm doing okay. Let's go ahead and just take a quick sleep here. And what I'm going to do is head out to Side Shale, specifically to dump some material out of my chests. Vacation ending soon? Unfortunately, my vacation technically has already ended. I go back to work this evening because that's the shift that I work. So that's just how it is, you know. I mean, Divinity knows that if I could figure out how to make, you know, all the money and then some that I need doing streaming and working on YouTube. If I could make all of the necessary money to live off of those things, keeping in mind that American insurance is crazy expensive, I would. I absolutely would. Unfortunately, I don't make that type of cash. I don't make that type of cash money, so I am stuck with a job. I have exactly enough room to lay on my side and eat and stare at the phone. I told you, Will, I am on a mountain eating breakfast as the rain batters my tent. I'll take you at your word for that. Is your back okay now? No, my back is not okay. My back is actually twinging more over the last 2 days than it was during the week. And I don't know what the rhyme or the reason for that is. My next physical therapy appointment is tomorrow, so I'll be certain to mention that whenever I go in. This is very irksome, the way that this constantly drops the cart instead of depositing it into the container. I think I need to rip the tracks up and like, rework it a little bit. Well, whatever. Let me do a little bit of an awkward jig here. Okay. Where was the gravel chest at? Here we go. And I believe this is tough. There we go. Now... That'll do. And there's end stone around here. Damn it. Okay, and I can make that into brick right in my inventory. So... Good luck tonight. Yeah, that I'm gonna need it. Like, I'm gonna need the good luck wishes. So... Ah, crap. I don't have enough space in my inventory to start doing this. I can't be carrying around an entire inventory worth of junk. There's too much junk in my trunk, chat. Too much junk in this trunk. I gotta stop backing this ass up. Okay, so we'll dump more than half of what I've got. And we'll hop back into the tunnel and we'll start stripping it. I say that I'll start stripping it, but now I realize that what I really need to do is go back to the other end of the tunnel because I don't remember what the freaking pattern was that I was working on. Good luck tonight. Thanks. I mean, I'm gonna need it. Missed a call 3 minutes ago? What the hell? Confusing. What is up with these random phone calls I keep receiving? Almost always from 800 numbers, too. Man. All right, I have arrived. Say the same thing as last time. I wasn't here to hear it. Oh my word. Okay, okay. How about I rescue you from the Death Star and we go back to my place to play Slave Lair? There you go. There's your flirt. I think that's roughly what I said. Golly. Those are some interesting looking tracks. I mean, it's mostly the texture pack that's doing it. Hey, Will, haven't caught you in a stream in a long while. Hope you've been doing well. I've been doing well enough. Oh, that's foul. All right, let's get to work on this, shall we? I think that this is going to be like a unique ring, but I don't know what or how. You know what? I kind of like it this way instead. It gives it a lot more depth this way. Just over here playing my crafty mines. Meanwhile, everybody else is having fun with their hell drivers. Have you seen this game, Hell Drivers? I keep seeing it, and I'm just like, man, I want to play that because it looks fun. But there's just no space in my budget for it. Holds up a chicken. No, this is foul. Helldivers, Deep Rock Galactic, Lethal Company, also known as Deep Space Minimum. Wage corporate rage. Oh my god. Okay. What mug have I got today? Oh, right. You did. You did redeem Show Mug, so... There you go. Couldn't be more appropriate. Like, this is my stream mug. I really try to use this whenever I'm I try to use it whenever I'm streaming. So, let's just do one side of the tunnel for now, yeah? Like, I've done a bunch of additional mining on my own time as well, just for the deep slate, because what I was doing was putting all of the necessary material into this, like I was putting to I was digging out and putting the stairs into the tunnel, right? That was what I was doing the last time that I worked on the server. And then I got up to this point and it was like, oh no, I'm out of stairs and I don't have any more deep slate. I then subsequently discovered that there was an extra cache of deep slate down in a bit of storage in Midcrest that I like. It's the type of storage where it's like I used to use it a long time ago and now I don't rely on it so much. But turns out that there was plenty of the extra stuff there. There we go. Onwards and upwards, my friends. Oh, God. Come on. Ah! I personally go one block deeper into the wall. You see, I've done this, like, I've done so many tunnels. I've done that design already, so I'm trying to do something different here. Clank, 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 crushing noises. Ah! God. So how is everyone today? I know that at least a few of you have got time off, because you know you're more lucky than I am, and you've got President's Day off. I am not one of those lucky few. Skip that track, it's bothering me. Not all tracks on every soundtrack can be a winner. There we go. I am tired. We'll have a nap. And then fire the missiles. That's an old reference. You're on a week-long vacation. Man, I wish I was there. Mine just finished. Alright. Gotta rip all the tracks up because Endstone is supposed to go underneath them. Frankly, this is the one thing that I should probably be doing from the very beginning here. Just ripping up all of the tracks and replacing it with Endstone, because there's no question that the Endstone is going right where the tracks are. Like, just completely wreck this tunnel 100%, you know? Make it inoperable first. That's the first step. Make the rail line that is now ready to go inoperable, and then and then the project has truly begun, you know? I don't know what it is with me and my, like, never-ending desire to make certain that I'm getting things to look good in this game. Like, it's never good enough. Like, good enough is never what I want in Minecraft. Like, I want something better. And that is specifically in the context of, like, in the context of aesthetics. It's never, like, sometimes it's in the context of efficiency and whatnot, because, like, God, like, if there's anything that will just, like, set me off in regards to Minecraft and everything, it's whenever someone has built something for the sake of efficiency and it looks like this disgusting, mangled mess that's just out in the open. There's no veneer, there's no, like, effort to hide this enormous gutwork of bizarre machinery and, like, block tangle to get to twist the game mechanics into doing what you want it to. I'm like, great, you can do that, but freaking cover it up, make it look nice or something. It drives me crazy, you know? It's like, if you're gonna build an entire box to spawn mobs inside of, make the box look good. Don't just make it out of nothing but cobblestone. Oh my god. I have today off. It is a nice extra day off to get things done. I work the night shift, so it blows. Oh, man. Strange inquiries. Thinking of doing some baking while I don't have to stare at the screen. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one of those streams where, you know, there's, there's not a huge need to watch. I'm not doing anything amazing or glamorous here. I am just slapping down lots of stone. So, like, having me on in the background is probably the most sensible thing that any reasonable individual can do. You know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna use up the rest of the end stone here to literally just, like, I don't want to place end stone along the ceiling until, like, the stair situation is sorted out. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna rip up all of the tracks, one block at a time here, and put the end stone in its place. So the goal here is to basically... Ah, crap. I can't believe I just did that. My inventory's full. I can't believe my inventory's already full, too. Oh, boy. Okay, I can... I'm not going to need any more of the purple block either, so... Go ahead and... Alright, so... How many stacks of this do I have? You know what? Let's, So... I can carry 7 stacks of this stuff. I don't think that I actually have enough space in my inventory to get... Keep doing it! Keep doing it! Come here. Block. Track. Pickaxe. Like, having me on the side just to listen to me, to hear the things that I'm doing and everything, totally makes sense, because I'm not doing anything fancy or sophisticated, you know? I'm just kind of vibing. I'm doing a mundane task and hoping that people watch. Holy moly. Strange inquiries. Whoa, you just gifted a... You gifted three tier 1 subs. My god. Did too much Animu.
Ooh la la.
Too much anime, best, and, Schneeze. 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 Ugh, I love that. I love the way that that screen name is spelled. What did you do? I sneezed. Oh, my word. Man, there's nothing like, you know, taking a break from a big project that you've worked on for a long time and then coming back to it later on down the line being like, oh man, it's been so long. This is the stuff. This is the... I did it again! Crap. I haven't done this project in so long. Oh, it's so nostalgic. Oh, I'm getting all the good feels from it. You know, like, that's what's happening to me now. 47 out of 50 was annoying. Well, Strange Inquiries, thank you so very much for those gift subs. It's good to know that I'm worth both your time and your money. It is great to have you along for the ride. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy yourself while you are here. And to everyone who got gift subs, enjoy them, courtesy of Strange Inquiries. Do you think that we can, like, have a non-filthy stream for once, guys? I'm going to, like, let's make a promise to each other, okay? Let's make a promise. I won't get filthy if you don't get filthy. Okay? Now, admittedly, that's a difficult thing for you guys to do. That is a collective effort. That is a collective effort on your part. All right, Eli, I'm gonna ignore that one. A what stream? A pure stream. One that's not dirty. Specifically not dirty. Purity may be something that is a little bit much to ask of anyone who comes to one of my streams. But... I know that this may be a foreign concept to many of you, but I swear it can actually be done. Man, I can take up a lot more of these tracks than I thought. All right, this is good enough for the moment. Let's go ahead and start laying the end stone back down. Should I? Thinking emoji. Nope, it can't. What are you doing bringing up the... Okay, I'm going to ignore that one as well, Eli. I mean, it can be done, just not with your fans. Been a long-time lurker since the New Vegas YouTube days. Phenomenal content you've been providing for a long time, my friend. Well, thank you very much. I've certainly put a lot of work into a lot of that older content. Aww. Ugh. My inventory is full. Jeez. What am I supposed to do? You know what I might be able to do? I want to carry all that coal back, but... I know that it's been a hot minute since I did some content on YouTube. I want to do my best to get back to doing more content on YouTube, you know? There we go. Those pictures are hilarious. Yeah, definitely no clean streams around these parts. I mean, there's a lot of content that I've put out there, and mostly because, you know, once upon a time, I was the guy who was like, I couldn't show skin. You know, I was really insecure about all of that. Nowadays, I'm just like, nah, it's fun. It's fun to do that stuff. So, you know, I lean into it. And, you know, I don't apologize for it or anything. And much to my surprise, there are people who are really quite into seeing that stuff. Which isn't something that I'm used to, but, you know, I'm slowly kind of accepting that that's a thing. What I really need to do is get back to regularly publishing stuff on YouTube. Ooh la la. Woohoo! Hey, check that out. Ironstorm, thank you so much for the subscription. 28 months on a 38 months on a 37-month streak. Wow, that's a long time. Hi, Will. How's your day going? My day is going all right, given the fact that I just woke up. Here's to hoping that the rest of my day goes just fine whenever I finally, you know, stop this and go into work and all that stuff. Alrighty. Get rid of these grass blocks while I'm here. They've been freaking driving me nuts. Those endies causing all sorts of trouble. I like how just the stream has turned kind of sinister with the way that the music has changed. Like, I'm just like, you know, like, very, like, flat-faced, staring at the screen so seriously, and then there's, like, this kind of ominous music in the background. Oh, man. I'm back from the store. What did I miss? Oh, not too much. Not too much. The chat has dedicated to making this a pure stream, so that we can just a not filthy stream today. That's what chat has absolutely and totally decided to do, and it's not like something that I came up with and asked them to do, you know, for a change. So, okay. If you can do a Bostonian, then that, but New Yorker if not. Oh no. An accent. Alright, we got an accent going. I used to be like that, but as I've gotten older, I keep giving less of a shit. Yeah, that's the way that, I mean, that's the better situation in life. Caring less about what other people think, you know? Unfortunately, some people take that in an entirely bad direction. They care less about what other people think. The shit are you doing in here? Get the fuck out of my tunnel. Good to hear, knock on wood. I mean, listen, it's not that substantial. If you're gonna... Ah, crap, I've broken my end of the bargain. Ah, no. Chat. We didn't agree to nothing. No way, we're all going to be indoctrinated into the company. A non-filthy stream doesn't sound like Will's chat. God. Alright. Let's, Alright, you ready for this? I don't know how good this is gonna be, alright? But I think this is your Bostonian accent. It'll take some time for me to properly refine this as I go on, but I'll get there eventually, alright? It's a slow process. How it goes? Everything's alright. Everything's okay. I'm doing my best to, hold a straight face while I do the work here. Worry not about me. It's all good. Plinking away at this one small rock at a time. Bostonians use swear words in their in all their sentences. Well, I don't want to go overboard. All right. I'm not interested in going overboard on the swearing part of it. I try to keep it to a minimum. It's not that I won't swear, it's that I try not to swear excessively. At least the end person was kind enough to leave a gift for you. Nothing clean here. There's only nothing clean here because all of yous fools over there, Dan in chat, You're rejecting your opportunity to be good and pure. Have you no interest in being good and pure, chat? I best take this out. See whether or not it's... Yeah, that just opens up to the void down there. Not really what I was looking for. Alright, there we go. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm 30 years old, good and pure, can suck it at this point. Not interested. I was pure for the first 20 years of my life. Alright, looks like, Alright, that looks like the end of the line right there. Alright, with that done, let's just go back and fill this in. Take the time to sort this out. Oh, look at this, it's a coal vein. Can't just pass one of these bad boys up. It's like free advertising, you know? Don't wanna leave it on the table. It's like free money. Except in this case, money is experience, because money has no value in this world. I generate money from absolute pure thin air. I hand a handful of, twigs. Literal twigs, actually, yeah. Yeah, literal twigs. I just I give handfuls of twigs to the locals, and they give me their money. That's how ridiculous the economy in these parts of the world is. They love, it's just like, oh my god, you gave me twigs, you're my best friend ever, here's my life savings. And I'm just like, you, pal, are absolutely nuts. But you know what? I'm not gonna lick a gift horse in the mouth. I'm gonna take his life savings for a handful of twigs. And I mean, admittedly, it's not a handful of twigs. They want, like, they'll give you their life savings for like a dump truck of twigs. Now, admittedly, I know which one is worth more. Well, I have to question which one is worth more. If they're willing to part from their life savings for just a bunch of twigs, you know. All right. That's the alarm for me to take my medication. Maybe spreading the cheese out would help make things more palatable. What on earth are you talking about? Spreading the cheese out. You can make money. Just do it like the U.S. and base your currency on hopes and dreams. One hell of a way to run an economy there. I think my playlist ended too. That was not a very long playlist. I'll be honest. Okay, so I got 20 tricks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, isn't that just nice? I'm barely short. I'm barely short on this stuff. Oh, that's not fun. That's really, really infuriating, actually. What I'm gonna remove these last 3. 1, 2, 3. Just get those out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that. There we go. Okay. We'll come back through and we'll fill this in. I mean, I'm not even close to being done with this tunnel. Look at how much further I have to go. The diagonal section of this tunnel is long. It just keeps on going and going and going. A little bit like the Energizer Bunny, except if the Energizer Bunny actually represented a battery that did anything. Standard corporate tactics. Snapping sticks is something else. 20 twigs is worth more than 1 emerald, but 1 egg is 5 emeralds. Someone, please help me budget. My village is starving. I am being dirty-minded today. How are you being dirty-minded? Please spell it out for me. How did I miscount? How did I miscount this so bad? All right. This accent is almost over. When the accent's over, I'm gonna go ahead and get some different music on. I can stop being an angry Bostonian construction worker or something. I don't know. Perfect. There we go. Did I take my... Yeah, I took the minecart with me. I brought it with me. Don't worry. It's all good. Yeah, there's nothing left in here. Go ahead and take that out. Oopsie. Okay. So with that done, go ahead and ride the rails back. If you're interested in multiple bundles of sticks, do you have anything going on with making a Wicker Man? That's the question. That's a short ride back. I'm not used to it taking that, being that quick. Alright, there's your Bostonian accent, all finished. I'm thinking twigs are something else, and Lucky Cheese is technically tasty. Lucky Cheese? What is Lucky Cheese? It was a one-time joke. Let's just leave it at a one-time joke, anime, and let's move on. Yeah. Best to keep it like that. Not sure that was a Bostonian accent. You listen here, all right? I never make any sort of guarantee that the accents that you guys redeem are going to be anywhere close to accurate. Okay? I promise you'll get an accent. Not that you'll get a satisfactory accent. That dirt does not go there. I got a bunch of coal. Let's turn that into blocks and take it downstairs. It was definitely more New York, but I'm happy with it either. Happy either way. Well, I'm. It's good that I at least satisfied your expectations. Is that the right word to use? Expectations. All right. Your great expectations, maybe? Man. Sure, why not? I can't think of a better word. um... I had something. That's right. Deep Slate. Deep Slate. Deep Slate. Buddy, pal, friend of mine. What was I making the Deep Slate stairs out of? I think it was tile and brick. Right, now that that's done. Let's find a different set of music to listen to. The Banished soundtrack was okay, but it didn't really scratch the itch I was hoping for. You know what? I've got some pretty decent sound lists in here that I haven't listened to in a while. Let's do I just saw it. It's in here. I just saw it. Cadence of Hyrule. There we go. That's a good classic. Can't believe you guys have bumped me over 50 subs again. I'm very happy for that, by the way. I'm super humbled by the fact that you guys are thinking that I'm actually worth enough of your time and money to get me up to 50 subs. Don't worry, it'll drop back down very soon, but... What were we getting here? Yeah, okay, it was brick on top and tile on bottom. Let's go ahead and sort that out. Nothing like munching on 1.5 million carrots to get full again. I love carrots, man. They're great. Reverse screens. You guys are going through all the redemptions today. Oh, that's what it was. The missed phone call was the missed phone call was just the physical therapy center, like, reminding me of my appointment tomorrow. Okay, so to get this sorted out, Tile stairs. Lots and lots of tile stairs. Then lots and lots of brick stairs. Woohoo! I gotta say, I like the way that the textures in this pack work, because it looks like some of the bricks are more like stuck out or sunken in. Adds some variation. Hello, AmLab. How you doing? Greetings and welcome to the stream. Alrighty, so this is where we left off. God, I got right up to the point that's really freaking difficult to sort out, and then I ran out of freaking stone. Okay. 1, 2, 3. How does this side work? Nope. Oh boy. Have a fun time with this one. Oh wait, that's tile that I was putting in. I need to put bricks on this. Oh god. Oh god. The struggle is beginning already. Can you believe it? This is the utter and complete tedium that I was not looking forward to, you know? Is this Necrodancer? Close. This is Cadence of Hyrule, which is like Necrodancer alternative, you know? Oh no. There's actually a nice iron vein up here. There we go. I think that's good. All right. Ah, okay. The other side is already done. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. I am just going to leave the other stuff up in there. One, try to get this correct. There we go. Okay. Oh, that combo game. Yeah. So, Will, you gonna wear lace at your wedding? Oh my god. You heard it now, chat. Like, it's required of me that I put on some very sophisticated lace, white lace lingerie, you know? I made cupcakes, and now I am going to make frosting for them. Then, put a candle in one. Oh my, that sounds nice. Okay, yeah. Is Tev gonna borrow one of your fancy panties? No, I suspect Tev is gonna be the one throwing the garter at the ceremony is all. This is a very awkward situation that I'm in here. I think I'm gonna have to take this piece up to be able to get this working properly. Oops. Son of a... What I'll have to do is specifically, like, do a photo shoot in my bridal lingerie, you know? I'm certain that that's something that you, chat, are really quite interested in. Seeing me wearing bridal lingerie. If not, say something. If so, say something. How am I supposed to know? Wait, does that mean that Tev will be wearing a suit? Maybe. No, Tev is planning on making her own dress. She's got a pattern all picked out. Like, she's got a particular reference dress that she's already picked out. So, okay, so that has to go right there. I'm just gonna fill that in so I'm less confused about where the hell things are going. To be honest, I'd want to see you in a dress too, but I know the area. Yeah, not exactly the kindest area to the concept of a man dressing, putting on a dress, so... What's the name of the composer for this soundtrack? Was it Daniel Barras? It doesn't say. Danny Baranowski. I think I'm saying that right. It must have been a real honor to just be approached for that opportunity. It's just like, hey, so we need you to do an official, like, Necrodancer style soundtrack of The Legend of Zelda. Like, this isn't a fan work. This is just like, no, Nintendo actually needs this. Can you imagine being in that situation? Classic church wedding or eloping? It'll probably be more of a classic wedding. That being said, Tev and I are... Neither of us are religious. So the concept of a quote-unquote church wedding is just like... I don't know, we haven't really had a discussion about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just like, oh, no, we do not need to be in a church for this. That would be wrong for us to do, you know? Oh, hey, that was 10 minutes of swap done. Hello, down off the mountain now. Did you have to hike through the rain, or did you, like... Did the storm successfully break long enough for you to get off the mountain? Have you two already gotten your marriage certificate? Oh, we're just engaged. I proposed less than a week ago. Oh, I didn't hear this. Congrats. Oh! Oh, that's right. I meant to drop the picture into group chat. You know, I'll show all of you, chat. You know what? Let me I didn't grab my freaking... I didn't grab the minecart. I gotta run back like an utter and complete scrub. I gotta take my medication, and I drank the last of my coffee, so I may as well take a small break here. But let me show you a picture, okay? There we go. Sleep, pass the night. Okay, so, there we go. There we go. That's the picture. So... I feel like such a turd for not knowing. Dave, it's one of those situations where we've been so caught up in a lot of things that we kind of forgot to... We forgot to drop it into group chat, so... I think the only person in the group chat who doesn't know at this point is Nifty, so I'm probably going to drop it there as well. That's a gorgeous ring and also the box. Well, the fun thing about this box and ring is that because the ring is an heirloom, I went through a lot of trouble to get it, as Darkwing pointed out. Like, this is an heirloom. It belonged to Tev's grandmother. So I had to go through some trouble to get my hands on it. But whenever you use an heirloom, it leaves you... Like, you don't have to make a decision about what the ring needs to look like. And as a result, you instead have to figure out what the hell to put it in. Because you're not getting a free box with that thing, probably. So... Right. Oh my god. I'm doing so many things all at once. Chat, enjoy the music. I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself some water to take my meds and get a coffee refill and stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll do some more Minecraft tunnel stuff. I have returned. Whew. It's freaking cold out in the rest of my house. Like, on one hand, I'm quite happy to have cooler weather for as long as possible, right? On the other hand, I'm kind of eager to be able to sit around in, you know, like short shorts and a tank top again once it gets warm enough. It's a bit of a balancing act, though, because I don't like both of they're two separate extremes. $414 hours into Elden Ring, and I have still not 100%ed it. Just 2 more achievements. Golly, that's extreme strange inquiries. Okay, fam. I'm back on the Frog Postband train. Will Strife as a mundane human alchemist. How does it sound? What the freak? Mundane means cannot use magic, bad at magic devices, high resistance to all magic effects, but fear. Alchemist means good melee and archery ability. Excuse me. Excellent constitution, can build a lab to produce potions, and can evaporate potions for chemical attacks. Is this suitable, William? Is this suitable, William? Suitable? A butt-salutely. Like Sui from Campfire cooking in another world? God. Haven't read it, but the description is accurate. Okay, we doing this. May order, guide your path, William. So, what is Frog Compose Band? I think I missed whatever the discussion was. I forget, did someone already do the put a ring on it joke with you and Tev? Well, she put a ring on me ages ago, but unfortunately I can't show you it. Oh, man. Okay. Where did I stuff the stone? Was it in the other building? I think it was in the other building. Will just going, chat, please, with his face is fun. Wow. Guess I'll just stuff that in there. I'm not remembering where I've put half of my stuff. Oh, that type of ring. Yeah, you can buy me another one if you want. Do a first for chat, as it were. Frankly, with how filthy I've been with you guys, I'm amazed nobody's suggested, you know, like actual legit toys like that before. I suppose, despite how filthy you guys can be, you're actually well behaved, relatively speaking, because I think all of once in total, such a thing has been proposed for the wish list, and supposedly those things were ordered, but they never arrived. So confusion is you know. A ring of power? In a way, you could say that that's exactly what it does. In my opinion, Elden Ring is one of the best games I've ever played, so 100%ing it is worth it. In my opinion, But is one of the best games I've ever played, so 100%ing it is worth it. But, God. Good old butt spot. Good old butt spot. go. Just keep digging this all out, one bit at a time. E-Butt is a real classic. You know what I gotta do? I gotta take the time to figure out how exactly I set up a a donation goal tracker for the visual setup of the stream. Because God forbid that I should actually have a visual representation for like goals that are set out before everyone. Not to make anyone feel pressured or anything. Like that's never my intention. No pressure, chat. No pressure, except I need money. So please give me monies. That is a joke. That's a joke. Use Google? Oh yeah, like there's no stopping me from learning these things. I know how to figure these things out. It's just, God, I can be so lazy about it. I don't know what it is, but ever since I moved into this house, I have felt so freaking overwhelmed by life. Like I've always got something to do, no matter what. What software do you use to do your overlay? Well, I mean, do you mean what do I use to create the overlay, or like what is my broadcast software? Because I'm using OBS like pretty much everybody, so. God, it's been so long. I remember when XSplit used to be like the only go-to program for streaming. Times have changed so much. Oopsie. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. It's funny how Twitch lets you be so lazy, but even modest YouTube efforts are such a huge deal. Yeah, they are. Like the entirety of the overlay that you're seeing right now, the frame around my camera is like a static image, but pretty much everything here is just like, no, it's straight up done in OBS. This obviously, I had to make that animated background. I used After Effects for that because, you know, I understand how to do it. I don't know how true this is, but a remaster of Fallout 3 was said to be releasing sometime soon. If it was actually going to release sometime soon, I would expect them to be, you know, shouting from the rooftops about it. I don't trust it, okay? I don't trust it at all. But more importantly than that is that if a remaster of Fallout, if those rumors were true, if the Fallout 3 remaster rumors were true, the most important thing I have to say is that all of the rumors named a particular studio who is basically a budgetary remaster operation. Okay? So, and we're talking about a studio where it's like, oh, every single time they remaster something, they don't do it well. They really are like, hey, let's get a studio to remaster this old game, and they technically get it done, but they don't get it done any good. And Bethesda games are already known to be riddled with all sorts of bugs, and their engine is notoriously difficult to work with. Okay? Like, even the guy, even the lead art designer from Bethesda, like he was the lead art designer for Skyrim and Fallout 4, and Fallout 76. Like, he was not art designer, but I think world designer. He left the studio and he's working on his own thing, and he was specifically asked about, like, what's it like working in the Unreal Engine instead of working in, you know, the Creation Engine, which is what you're used to. And he was like, things move so much faster and easier in the Unreal Engine, you know, because it's more user friendly and everything. He's got a whole, like, he had a whole entire story about how, you know, he doesn't have to spend an entire day unwrapping a 3D model to get it to work. So that system being handed over to a budget remaster company, I just don't see it going well, okay? And again, all of this is rumor. Nothing has been actually, like I don't know how reliable any of the information that's been that's come out is. So, that being said, if Fallout 3 does get a remaster, I'll probably still give it a good go. I thought a Fallout 3 remaster would be that RTX remaster mod. There's a reasonable possibility that that's all it would be as well. Because here's the thing, to get Fallout 3 to be remastered, you would first need to be able to, because of the fundamental operations of how the game program operates, it would have to be done on the Creation Engine, okay? The Creation Engine 2, which is a 64-bit operation. I don't know how compatible Fallout 3 being built on the on a much older version like that. It wasn't even technically the Creation Engine yet. It was still the Gamebryo engine. So, okay, I gotta head out. Thanks for the stream. Hey, you have a good rest of your day, and try not to get too filthy whenever you meet that cutie at work. Oh, yes. Wonderful, lovely coffee. But if it's an RTX remaster, that's less of a remaster and more of a, let's just, like... There's a difference between a remaster and an AI upscale, essentially. If it turns out to be just an AI upscale, that's less impressive than what any type of mod would be. Because AI is not going to port your game to a new engine. Oops. RTX also means like redoing the light engine to be ray traced, and that can often mean undoing texture work to make fake ray tracing. That's a lot of work. That would be a lot of work. I would hope with how phenomenal the Resident Evil 4 remaster was, it would set a standard for future remasters. It was so good, it was nominated for Game of the Year. If that isn't inspiration enough for a good remaster, I don't know what is. Here's an important point, and this is a situation of like we toss and bandy words around without having a standard for what exactly they mean. So I'm gonna lay out what some of these words, as far as I see them, actually mean. So a remaster is not the same thing as a remake. Resident Evil 4 was a remake. Okay, it wasn't a remaster because they built the entire game from the ground up from scratch. A remaster is where you take the old assets and you basically reskin them. You do not change the 3D modeling. You don't change the mesh or the poly count for the most part. If you do, you're only doing it to the hero models, which would be, you know, the main characters or the guns and things that you see the most of that are right up in your face all of the time. So that's a distinction that I understand that a lot of people are just not going to make, because it's like, how important is that if you're just a consumer? But that's the major difference between a remaster and a remake. So I will not disparage Capcom. It's like, yeah, they've done an amazing job of literally remaking lots of their games. Resident Evil 2 remake was amazing. The Resident Evil 3 remake was amazing. You know, you can have your... I mean, I know that there were reservations about the third game because they cut material from it. Like, not technically not all of the adventure that was in the original was in the remake. But, like, Capcom has done an amazing job. But that's the key difference. They have fully remade the Resident Evil games. Like, starting from scratch, and basically it's a little bit like looking at the original on the side and recreating it over here, you know? So it's just like, okay, well, here's the original. I'm going to go ahead and meticulously recreate this in a way, you know? Speaking of filth, do you have anything with a skid mark? Eli. No. I am a nice, clean, pure boy, all right? I do not have skid marks in my underpants. You hear me? Where is my collection of imagars? Here we go. Will is very right. Capcom has been remaking the games entirely. Ah, okay, didn't know that. Well, so yeah, there's your background for it. Eli, you've redeemed pants swap. What would you like? Name a color, name a style. Okay? And I'll come up with something. Oh, this is the song playing right now. This is the one where it sounds like they're just constantly letting air out of a balloon. Oh, there we go. Strife, do you wear granny panties? Listen, I'll tell you what, like, if you want to know about what my my panty drawer looks like, I'll tell, like, I'm not afraid of that stuff. That being said, there's a such thing as giving away too much that's supposed to be a paid type of benefit, okay? So to that end, if I wear granny panties, the only way you'll find out is if I have them on and you drop a hundo on me, okay? And that is like playing a game of roulette. So you'll only find out that way. And for your information, they're called fullbacks. Lacy underwear worthy of a wedding. Will marks? On second thought, never mind. Oh, God. Inventory is full again. So, okay, yes, there's just enough space in here. All right, I had better actually start filling some of this in then. Okay, so such incredibly tedious work to be done. Making train tunnels look good is a freaking task and a half, man. Was watching the 7-day stream with Momo before you started streaming. Hey, Darkwing, how you doing? Just finished some potatoes with butter and cheese. Oh, man, so, I don't buy, like, I cook breakfast on Sundays, okay? So I cook breakfast on Sundays. This is a thing that I always do in this house. And, whenever I cook breakfast, I typically stick to, like, sausage. So we do sausage, eggs, and, you know, like, toast. Sometimes it's waffles. Sometimes it's pancakes. But, occasionally, I will do bacon instead of sausage, okay? And what I have learned with bacon is that it leaves such an absurd amount of grease in my cast iron pan that it's like, okay, well, I don't know when I'm gonna be using, like, that's so much grease, and I'm not about to scrape it out and try to, like, save it or anything. I'm not that type of person. And at the same time, I'm not interested in, like I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want to just scrape it out into the trash or something. So, what happens is that I will like I've specifically changed my game up where it's like, okay, I'm buying bacon. It's gonna leave an absurd amount of grease in the pan, and I have learned that every single time I do hash browns, the hash browns are thirsty. Oh my god, they soak up so much oil. So I figured, oh hey, this is fantastic. I can get around this whoopsie. I can get around this situation of having, you know, too much grease in the pan by just doing hash browns, because they'll soak up all of the grease. So that's what I did. Oh my god, I got my freaking picks mixed up. You're not supposed to be there. What are you doing? Hey Eli, you did you have something? Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. You specifically said go for lacy underwear. Okay. So let me finish this right here, and I'll get that sorted out. What's in my selection that I could put up? Unfortunately, there's nothing lacy fit for a wedding. Not in the free swap, anyway. Anyway, I made hash browns the other day, and my god, I got the freaking flavoring, like the seasoning on them, so perfect. To say nothing of the fact that, like, you make hash browns in bacon grease, and ugh, how do things not taste good whenever you make them in bacon grease? At least you're not up against spiders. That is true. My family cook our bacon on a broiler pan and then store it in the fridge. Man, I've just, like, I've become one of those, like, cast iron loving fools. I'm just like, no, if I'm gonna cook something, I'm gonna make it in the freaking cast iron pan. I love this stuff. Can you put your phone pic on the screen? Yeah, sure. God. Still haven't done this, and I really need to. I need to get these freaking underpants in totality. Like I need to get a screen that I can switch to. You know, like a little bit how I switch to the BRB screen. I need to be able to just switch to like an image panel of this stuff. All right, here we go. This is a little bit awkward, but this is the best I got for you. These are the things that have been given to me by chat, so I shall wear. Lacy underwear? Oh, Neptune. Steamed, boiled, or baked potatoes do tend to soak up moisture after they're shredded. Yes! Oh my god, do they ever. Nonetheless, I really think it should set a precedent for future releases of a similar nature. What a great opportunity to add cut content, enhance, and even make an extra buck off fan favorites. Maybe I'm asking for a bit much, but I see it as an opportunity. Oh, it shut off. My eyes! The red and black. Okay, so which red and black are you talking about? This set? This? Or this? So the briefs, the shorts, or the string. The third one. So this pair? This pair. I just want to make absolutely certain because I gotta go. I gotta go into the drawer in the bedroom. Don't want to grab the wrong one, you know. Yep. Okay. Cool. So let me just. I'm placing a couple more stones because I completely forgot to swap my camera. Okay. I'll be right back. Whoop, I've returned. My eyes, my eyes. Oh, come on, Jimmy. It's not that bad. Okay, so this is what was up there, which is it's a mukini, you know? Very scant. And now, what we're going to go ahead and put up there are basically hot pants. What is that? Half and half one? Yes. Yes, the le half und half one. Which I have actually worn and taken pictures in. I just for my own sake. There you go. See? These have definitely... Oh, hey. Yeah, look at that. The back is ruched. So it really goes up in there. Shows off the cheeks. Huzzah. I agree with you, Strange Inquiries, that, like, Capcom has set a standard, but I think... I don't know, I read your statement, okay? And I think to myself, well, yes, it is a standard, but I think that it's setting a high... Like, this is a standard for what a good remake looks like. And I don't think that it necessarily... I don't think it necessarily represents what you're gonna get. It's not like, oh, everybody's gonna like strive for that. There are too many companies out there who are just like, no, people want this, but this is so much easier to achieve and cheaper, and people will still buy the shit out of it. You know, it's like the Grand Theft Auto trilogy from the PlayStation 2, you know, whenever they quote unquote remastered that, it sold plenty, okay? It sold plenty for it to be worth it. And it was universally panned as cheap and trash, okay? Because of how terribly it was done. This is one of the boss fight songs from Cadence, isn't it? Yes, yes it is. We're listening to the soundtrack from Cadence of Hyrule. We're not even close to halfway through it either, so... So, like, companies are going to be like, we can cheap out on a remaster, and people will still buy it up because the stuff that you remaster, it has to be easy to redo, and remastering is the cheaper alternative to remaking. That's the best way to put it. Like, personally, like, I don't want to throw stones or anything when it comes to, I don't want to throw stones or anything, be like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's good, but what about this over here type situation. Capcom has done a phenomenal job, and they've created a high watermark. Personally, though, I think about remakes, and what I specifically think about in my own mind is, recently, it is Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG is really like the recent one that I look at and I say, this is a freaking gold standard, because that was a full-on remake and not a remaster of the original Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. A game that was very near and dear to my heart as a child, and they managed to make it as magical for me as an adult as it was for me as a kid, you know? And some companies, they suck at doing, like, the remake, okay? Because, like, a good example of a company sucking at doing a remake would be Square. Square hasn't even tried to remake Final Fantasy VII. Square has instead chosen to reimagine Final Fantasy VII. Like, let's redo Final Fantasy VII, but let's rewrite hunks of the story to make it a different experience, you know? So to that end, like, they haven't made a remake at all. They're not even trying to recreate the original game. They're trying to make something new with the original concept, as it were. Although, since we're on the topic of remakes and remasters and whatnot, I'll tell you what, I think that Capcom is by far the undisputed king. And you know why? Capcom, as a company, I think you'd have to do a lot of hard investigative checking to really back this claim up, but I'm willing to bet that Capcom invented the video game remake. Okay? Like, they weren't the first person to think about it, probably, but I think they're the first company to actually go through and do the remake. Because the first remake that I'm aware of is, it is Resident Evil. The original Resident Evil. They remade that game in its entirety for the GameCube. Like, completely from the ground up, using totally different, higher quality graphics and everything. Like, the Resident Evil 1 remake holds up so unbelievably well today. Like, its gameplay is antiquated. There's no getting around that. But my God, did they ever do a phenomenal job on it. Although, now that I think about it, Nintendo did do a fair number of remakes way back in the day for the Super Nintendo. They remade a whole bunch of their original Nintendo games for the Super Nintendo. Basically gave them higher quality graphics in the process. I know FF7 is good in both old and new versions, which is unique, which is definitely surprising. It's like the reimagining was not a direction I expected them to take it in, you know? And it does make things unique and fun, meaning that you don't really know where things are gonna go. Like, I've been playing through FF7 remake recently, and I'm understanding what they're doing with the story better now that like I'm just doing it on my own and I'm not streaming it and everything. Like it's interesting what they've done with the story. Oh man, ran out of deep slate. The wrong side of the station to leave. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm getting into a bit of a rant here. I don't mean to, like, go all hard in. Also, every single time I start doing this, I feel like I'm preaching or like I'm talking down to people or lecturing or something like that, which is never my intention. But God, do I ever get into the role of just, like, talking about this stuff so easily. You make great points. What I need to do is really just get myself back into a situation where I'm saying all of these things while... I need to say these things in video form for YouTube, because I'm certain that there are plenty of people who would be perfectly fine with hearing me talk about all of this stuff. I wish game companies would listen to the fan base. I mean, it's a push and a pull. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say the fan base always knows better, because that is wholly and entirely incorrect. The fan base has an idea of what they want, but frequently a fan base doesn't even know what it is that they want until they have it. As someone who's created for an audience for like 15 years now, something that I have a very intimate understanding of is that if you ask people what it is that they want, they will tell you more of the same, okay? Here's a good concept. Here's a good idea. The game Vampire Survivors. Not necessarily the first auto shooter game out there, but basically the breakout success of the concept of an auto shooter bullet hell, okay? Or an auto shooter survivor game. I didn't know that I wanted that game, okay? I didn't know that it could exist. I didn't know that it was fun. And it falls to other people to try to figure out, like, somebody has to think that up, okay? If the developer of that game, you know, just continuously stuck to existing concepts, you know, it never would have produced itself, you know? What I'm trying to say is that just because people consume media does not mean that they understand how the media is made and thus the ways that it can be changed to work. Watching something or playing something and knowing that you like it is one story. Knowing how that thing is put together and how you can tweak it and majorly change it to be something new and different is a different story. They are separate they are separate things. Knowing what you like and knowing how to make something good are not the same thing, and having the capability to be adventurous is what fits between the middle of those two things. Because you have to know something good whenever you're experiencing it, but you also have to know how it goes together in order to understand that it can be changed in some way. Like Dead Space was a good example of the concept of, all horror games have to be, you know, like, they have to have weird and awkward controls because all other horror games have weird and awkward controls. When that's just not true. They don't have to be that way. And horror games, by and large, like, that was a primary complaint about them. It was like, oh, they have such awkward and weird controls. But then nobody was really sitting around saying, God, can't you just put better controls in it? You know? Nobody was really demanding that way back when. So There's also the challenge of being controlled by the audience or the user base. Rust is a good example. Rust is a very unkind game with a user base that is very self-contained and to a certain degree entitled. That's a bit of a hairy situation to end up in as well, you know, where you have a user base that's like so self-contained and self-interested that if you just listen to them, you're not going to change the game in a way that will allow more people to enjoy it. So I think about game companies not listening to users, and I completely understand the concept of not wanting to listen to users, you know, because a lot of users don't actually know what they want, and if you give them what they ask for, they'll still complain and say that it didn't work out right. It's one of those situations where it's like, I really like big wide open windows on a house, so I'm going to have the person who's building my house put big wide windows on it. And then you realize, oh my god, these huge windows, they're terrible for heating. Like, they make the room super hot in the summer, they make the room super cold in the winter. It murders my heating bills. You know, I didn't think through this. And that's kind of what users will end up doing whenever they ask for things. They'll ask for those big, wide open windows that look really, really great, but then when it comes to functionality, it's like, oh god, these are really actually pretty trash. I don't like this at all, you know? I'm not having fun with this. And there is just so much of that. So the balancing act to get things to work between each other is a huge undertaking. So you have to pay attention to what people are enjoying, and I think that this is representative of the biggest challenge is figuring out what people want without asking them what they want. And the way you do that is you look at data. You look at what people are responding to. You don't look at what people are... You don't ask people, what do you want? You look at what they're enjoying. People... You have to respond to actions rather than responding to words and requests. Now, to like everything, it's not across the board. That's not a statement where it's like full stop. That's the only way you do it. There is a such thing as listening to what the community says, but a lot of I think game development and understanding what people want out of a game is reading numbers about what people are doing. And it's like, okay, if you're doing this all the time, it means that this is what you really enjoy about the game. So we're going to focus on that component. We're going to focus on the things that you're actually spending your time on, because this is, the proof is in your actions, and your actions show that these are the components that you're really, really enjoying or something like that. And trying to think in the capacity of, oh, this is what people have really liked. How do we figure out how to recreate that enjoyment in a creative way? You know, where it's like, okay, this is what's fun. Let's try to, throw things at the wall, see what sticks type of scenario. You give players what they want and they complain. So then you don't give them what they want and they complain. Darkwing, you're kind of getting to the point right there. I guess my point isn't to say that, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. My point is to say that trying to figure out what to create that people will actually enjoy is a really difficult thing to figure out. It's exceedingly difficult to do. And, every industry struggles with that. It doesn't matter what it is. Music, film, television, games, you name it. If it's, books, if you name it, if it's a form of entertainment, people are going to have hang-ups in regards to how something is done, and they're going to want it done one way or another. So trying to figure out what exactly will resonate with people, God, not easy. Not easy. Excuse me. Okay. I have jawed for so long now. Because I've been in that situation, you know? Making YouTube videos and everything. I've been like, what do you guys want to see? And the most noticeable thing is how few people actually say anything. You know? It's like let's just say that a video gets 1,000 views. It's like, okay, that's nice. The video got 1,000 views. And there's like 50 comments on the video. That's a high engagement rate, okay? 50 comments on a video with 1,000 views is a pretty high engagement rate. You ask the question, what do you want to see? 5, maybe 5 of those comments will be actual feedback, and those 5 comments will almost all exactly be the same exact thing, and all they will suggest is that somebody else, that like they'll just suggest that you copy somebody else. It won't be an original idea, for almost entirely certain. It will not be an original idea. It will be just copy that person over there. I want you to be that game or that video over there because I really like that, you know? Or it's all the rage right now. And, well, I just don't think that that makes for good material. So... give my freaking voice a moment to rest. I've been going for so long. Ugh, did it again. Like, if I was Bethesda in my ignorant mind, I would probably plan some Fallout 3 and New Vegas remakes until the new version of the Creation Engine is done. I suspect the first time they will release is Elder Scrolls 6 for that engine, and until then, we won't see anything Fallout related. All this is my speculation, of course, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, let me reread that. We love hearing you rant. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me doesn't like calling it a rant because, like, so many, like, quote-unquote rants are just, like, someone being angry for no good reason. If I was Bethesda in my ignorant mind, I would probably plan some Fallout 3 and New Vegas remakes until the new version of that Creation Engine is done. I suspect the first game they will release is Elder Scrolls 6 for that engine. And until then, we won't see anything Fallout related. All this is okay, yeah, like that makes a decent amount of sense. That being said, I don't know how likely something like that would be to ever happen, for the specific reason that, again, the creation engine is notoriously difficult to work with. Oh my god, I'm out of freaking stone already? The hell even? Alright, well. Back into the tunnels I go, I guess. Notoriously difficult to work with. I think the primary reason that we have never seen remasters of those games is because, unlike a lot of other video games, how to put it? A lot of video games out there seem to be built on one cohesive design system, okay? And if you move a cohesive design system from one platform to another, it tends to hold together relatively well. Bethesda games, by and large, do not appear to be running on a cohesive system. Okay? They seem to be, by and large, running on a bunch of different cobbled together ideas over decades within the same antiquated engine. And those things, whenever you try to move them over to a new engine, all of a sudden, they start breaking because they were designed across generationally different architecture of game engine. And again, like this is just my speculation. I do not actually know a whole lot about game development, but having spent time listening to mod makers and everything in regards to the game engine, it is insane. Like, one of the biggest challenges for a very long time, and to a certain degree to... What the hell are you doing? One of the longer running challenges of Bethesda games is the fact that mods that completely change the UI, they basically don't exist. Just think about this for a brief moment. If you want to change the menu system to be 100% different, to look entirely 100% different from the existing menu system, you're not gonna find a mod for it, okay? Like, you can find mods that kind of alter the UI a little bit within the bounding box of what they've designed already. When you go to Oblivion, it's like, you know, that open book type system with you know, the grid and everything. You're still stuck within that book UI. Like, that book UI doesn't go anywhere. It stays there. Same with, you know, the come in from the side, you know, menu that opens and the four corner points for choosing which section of the menu system that you want to interact with in Skyrim. If you look at that, like, those menus don't change. Even with the major, you know, menu system changes that they've done over the years, like, mod makers do not alter the actual menu system in pretty much any Bethesda game. They will modify the existing menu system to be nicer or more pretty and stuff like that. And I think that fundamental challenge there is what is driving a lot of trouble whenever it comes to moving their games from one version of their engine to the next. Whatever's going on there with the UI and not being able to change it, and instead, my suspicion is that they have to basically hard recode the entire UI system every single time that they come up with a new game. That was a jumbled mess. Sorry about that. No, it's fine. It's fine. Discussions about these things, like, this is a huge, vast, multifaceted, and complex topic about a very sophisticated issue in regards to game design. It makes sense for the discussion about it to be kind of messy, you know? conveying the ideas, especially in a situation where I can squeeze in, you know, like how many more words than somebody who's, you know, sitting on. If you're sitting there with a phone or a keyboard, keyboard's better than a phone. Fight me on it. I swear by keyboard over a freaking phone, but like it's gonna be a bit of a jumbled mess communicating about this stuff, you know? Oh, hey, I got up to the end of the end of what I've been working on. But I mean, back to the core points. I think I've made enough of a, like, I've said enough to make a point that, like, I do not have hopes that any type of a remaster for a Fallout game is really going to be any good. And there's just such a myriad of technical reasons for that, because I think at best they could ever do is a remaster. I don't think that any type of a quote-unquote remaster that they do is going to be high quality. I think it's going to be a cheaply done remaster with questionable results. And even if you hired the best of the best out there, I think that there are too many problems with Bethesda's game engine for it to really turn into something that is a economically viable thing to put money towards. So it's like, if you want the gold Cadillac standard, I think it would require a complete and total remake, and I just don't see them doing that. And I think that a remake would probably necessitate that it would run in a different engine. That being said, I'm not entirely certain you could do what Bethesda manages to do with their game engine in any other game engine out there. So wow, this is coming to the edges of this a whole lot faster than I expected to. Let's change the topic, shall we? Chat, you plan on wearing a bikini to the beach this summer? Nah, I'm a homebody. The beach can suck it. Wow. But you'll never get your anime beach episode with that attitude. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well that's definitely the shopkeep. I'd rather have a random anime fantasy episode than a beach episode. A random anime fantasy episode. What's your fantasy? Kind of knew that was going to happen. At least it doesn't wash out the rail tracks like it used to. Water was a bitch back in the day for all that. Like for like sometimes for no reason an anime will be like, we're all knights now. God. And then it turns out it was a dream. See you all later. Have a good day. Hey, it was nice to have you along for the ride, Sansa 5. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you for the next stream. Yeah, like I think personally, to some degree, I got sick of anime because it became very clear that it was all extremely boxed in with its tropes. Like it felt like the animes were constantly trying to make certain that they were meeting all of these tropish expectations, and they couldn't venture outside of it. That was ultimately what I think did me in, and why I ended up stop watching anime. It's been a long time since I've watched anime, for that matter, so... Ugh. Ugh. Very understandable. I'll stop like I'll stop for like half a year and then binge watch these 3 shows over 2 days. I love anime too much to ever stop. I mean, like, I haven't fully stopped with anime. It's just I have a limited capacity for watching it at this point. Like, the last anime that I actually watched was the last anime that I watched was Spy Family, actually. Spy Family was the last one that I watched, and that was fun, you know. It was still a bit on the tropey side for me, you know, but like it was like, oh yeah, you got to have all of these you know, super conflicting characters in it. And it was just like, there's not really a lot of room for like granular character development here. But, you know, I still had fun with it. Ugh, crap. Me and my... Just keep botching where I place these stones. Something that I really do need to learn how to just kind of like... eat and do from a creative standpoint is like understanding that there's a pretty decent audience out there for just listening to someone talk like this. I'm really like I think that just making videos where someone just looks at a camera and talks is some of the most uninteresting material that you can produce, okay? But I also have to acknowledge that there are a lot of people that want to watch that, you know? Jujutsu Kaisen is pretty great, but I'm unsure you will get away from some of those tropes. I mean, I at the end of the day, I think for me, there's just so much in anime that doesn't do it for me anymore, you know? Like, I've changed, and unfortunately, anime hasn't like there's very little space within anime as a medium to do things different and match the way that I have changed as a person. Because it's like I don't have a problem with watching anime at all. What I have a problem with is the content of what anime is, for the most part. And I'm like, I just don't know that this is for me, you know? I mean, I think one of the better things that I've ever heard stated about people in general is the fact that we like to think that we're the same person for our entire lives. Where it's like, yeah, I'm the same person I was a year ago, and that is just almost entirely, predominantly not true. We change so much as we live our lives. The person that is like the me that's talking to you guys right now is not the me that was, you know, fresh out of my association with the Yogscast 8 years ago. So, and unfortunately, that means that sometimes some things just don't do it for you anymore. It's like, yeah, once upon a time, I watched a stupid amount of anime because I loved it and I couldn't get enough of it. And then You know, I just kept living my life and I changed, and now anime just it doesn't do what I need it to for entertainment purposes. As I've gotten older, my tolerance for a lot of most anime's mild sexism has gone down. Oh yeah, like you also have to acknowledge that anime is coming from a country with a very different culture and attitude than America has, assuming that you're American. As we all know, most of the world is composed of America. God. I'm gonna get myself in trouble saying things like that. I remember this conversation with Parvis on how every 7 years we shed all of our dead skin cells, and Lesai, low shedding begins in 10 minutes, so I must be off now. Chat, make the stream super filthy. Mud. Oh God. Oh, my God. Enjoy the rest of your day, Eli. Oh, Does anybody else remember this discussion with Parvis? Was this something that I had with Parvis, or... It's nighttime? Have a good night then! Didn't know that it was night for you. Hey, yay. Man, the awkwardness and the complexity of walking around like this and getting it all done. Alright, that's all of that I can do for the time being. Oh hey, look. Just in time to hit this section. Okay. This conversation was in a Solutions in Chaos vid. Ah, okay then. Damn it, I thought I was picking that up. Woo, hey, Lying with a raiding party. Thank you so much for showing up. I hope that you guys had a good time over on your stream. Chatterino. How are you all doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Ugh. Such tedious design work to be done. Very sleepy and exhausted, but we successfully built a nether tunnel bore. Om nom, ancient debris. How did you build a nether tunnel bore? TNT duper that flings the TNT entity forward, then moves one block in that direction each cycle. Well then. That's one hell of a way to do it. All right, cool. Looking good. Let's go ahead and patch up this tunnel now. May as well block this in entirely. It's in an awkward spot where I can't really do this effectively without creating a million little dark gaps in the wall. I do not have enough stone to get this done. I only made a single module, so it was technically slower than just barreling through the netherrack with a pick, but it's endlessly expandable. Like, you really do catch me off guard, with the level of complexity that you will get into with these things. I find it utterly fascinating because, like, it's so much more work than I would be willing to get into. Hello, Ignis, how you doing? So here's a good question. How does the machine deal with lava when it shows up? It's literally to avoid work, though. I know, but sometimes the work that you're avoiding just, I don't know, something about the work that you're doing is less desirable than the work that you're avoiding, you know? Right. Actually save some space now. And when you futz up the tunnel design and you gotta spend extra resources trying to fix up your freaking mistake. Oh, hey, I'm on the last stretch. That's good. Looking good. Bingo. All right. Looking pretty well and stripped. Badly, the TNT duper portion of it is very susceptible to damage by lava. I started really simple with it so I don't have a lot of fail-safes involved. Ah, okay then. Because, like, that's always the biggest challenge in regards to mining in the nether. Is this the Cadence of Hyrule soundtrack? Yes, it is, Ignis. Good ear. Oh, right. As was asked earlier, yes, the shorts up on the wall are Harley Quinn shorts. Whoops. There. Hello, Woo-Knows. How you doing? It's the only Zelda music I know that is that bleepy bloopy. I love the way you phrase that. Bleepy bloopy. Man, there's a lot of music in here that I do not want to be listening to with the shopkeeper. Time to modify the playlist. Taking out all of these shopkeep tracks. Like, I'm happy for how exhaustive this is, but jeez. There. There we go. Okay. What the hell was I doing? Right. Okay. This has to come out. Okay, that's looking better. The more I listen to this, the more I realize, man, the one thing, like making the like Cadence of Hyrule, like just the soundtrack for Crypt of the Necrodancer, etc., worse, really is the shopkeeper singing. Like I do not enjoy it. So. All right, that's looking correct. Aha! I knew it. Strife is a dwarf. Funny hearing the shopkeeper track the first time, but going through all of the shopkeeper tracks consecutively gets tedious kind of quick. Exactly. You've hit the nail on the head right there, AmLab. It's like, yeah, that was like, it got me laughing the first time that I heard the shopkeeper singing in tune with the music. Like, totally endearing. But then you listen to the soundtrack and it's like, you know, this has its value and its purpose, and it's not supposed to be heard for a long time. It's not supposed to be heard for extended periods. So the more I hear it, the more I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. You know? Whew. Slow and steady wins the freaking race on this one. Like, the finished product is always worth it, but man, probably the most tedious thing to do. You know, at the very least, whenever I build like roads over the above ground from one location to another, it's kind of engaging in the fact that, like, it's not the exact same thing over and over. You're trying to figure out how to route a road across a mountain or whatever, or how to dig a tunnel straight underneath one. But this is just tedium calcified, you know? Diggy diggy hole. That really is, like, that's just in the modern lexicon to a certain degree, isn't it? Just diggy diggy hole. People who don't even know who the hell the Yogscast is will quote that one, so. Alright, well, now that that's finished, I can go ahead and start, popping the brickstone in. How the hell did I do it back here? Oh, okay, okay. I forgot that there's the higher level that I have to think about. Yeah, okay. Okay, okay, okay. I understand it. I understand how it's supposed to work now. When you don't have both layers to draw from, you kind of forget what the hell you're supposed to be doing with some of it. I do a lot of diggy hole in this game. Then again, like, isn't, like, that's kind of the best, like, is there another game out there other than Minecraft that is better at, like, communicating exactly what the game's purpose is with its name? You know? I can't think of another game out there that describes its gameplay loop or the purpose of its gameplay better than Minecraft, just with it. Oh my god, it stares. With its freaking title, you know? Minecraft. Well, what's the purpose of the game? Well, you mine and then you craft. I'm not alone in this, am I? Like, this game is so expressive in the purpose of its operation in its title alone. Connect 4? Oh shit, son. Oh shit, son. Connect 4. It's... Oh, okay. Throw all the arguments out. You cannot beat Connect 4. It's way more immediate. Operation? Oh, fuck. You're right. I think I've spotted something, and I think I'm being clever. Then I go and I lob it out to you guys, and you're just like, nope. Just like, shut that down right away. That's true. There are several kinds of solitaire games. I disagree on solitaire. I zoned out for a moment. Why are we talking about board games? Talking about games that tell you what to expect in the title of the game. Ah, yes. Hangman. I'm gonna have to disagree about Hangman. You don't know exactly what's... Like, the components of the game are not really indicative of how you hang the man, you know? Instead, like, you spend an inordinate amount of time there, like, doing... Like, it's a letter game. You don't understand that it's predominantly a letters game. Connect 4 is just like, yeah, like, clearly you're supposed to, like the minute that you see it, you understand, right? But you have to see Hangman played for a while before you really understand what the point of it is. Dungeons and Dragons, there are dungeons and there are dragons. Yes, but it doesn't really describe how you play the game. And that's kind of my whole point with Connect 4. It's like, in that beautifully simple description, you know exactly what you will be doing. Like, that's describing an action. Describing the action of a game is a lot more difficult than describing what the objects within the game. Hello from Alaska. Hello, Northern Pyro. How are you doing? Is it cold up there? I'm assuming that it's cold up there. Where are you? Fairbanks? Anchorage? Juneau? Son of a bitch. Did not mean to do that. Depends on what you would define as cold. Actually, like, just 32 Fahrenheit is cold in my opinion. I live in way too warm of a climate for anything. I live in way too cold of a I live in way too warm of a climate for anything. Like 10 degrees above freezing is cold to me. But at the same time doesn't explain how to play the game. Man. Can I seal this up easily? Well, I think. Pop that in there and... Like, this entire section is gonna be, oh, it's gonna be a mess. For about 2 weeks, it never got above -20. 13 Fahrenheit, so warmer than normal and still feels warm compared to what we had a couple weeks ago. Some days had highs in the -30s. Okay, yeah, you are living in extreme temperature territory. I could never do what you're doing there. Okay, this seems to be done. One degree below the Arctic Circle, baby. Oh, wow, you're really up there. Jeebus. That's insanity. Okay. I think that's the way it's supposed to look. Certainly blasting through all the stone that I picked up. It's gonna take forever to get this freaking tunnel done. And that's just the way that it is. The summers make it worth it. Okay, what are your temperatures during the summer? That's what I want to know. Because you can build a shelter to basically be super insulated from all of that heat and like really retain the temperature pretty well. Building a structure that's super insulated against that's super insulated against heat, on the other hand, oof, more difficult. In Danish, there is a saying that it is dog cold when it's really cold. Someone then asked, when does a dog feel cold? It then turned into a scale from Chihuahua to Husky. 70s to 80s are normal, occasionally into the 90s. That's pretty acceptable, especially compared to like the 110s we've been hitting around here. Oh, that is a brutal. That being in 110 degree temperatures is brutal. It is utterly brutal. Ah, okay. The bottom hasn't been dug out here, which is what's throwing me off. Well, never saw this coming. Oh, I'm under the ice. There we go. Whew. I think she's mostly patched. Bingo. Oop. That's the stopping alarm for me. The summer solstice is nearly 22 hours long. Between mid-May and mid-August, it doesn't get dark. Oh, right. Yes, I forgot about that. You live in an area where the sun just does not go down and does not come up for stretches of the year. Oh my god, again? How pleasant. Ugh. Piss off. Okay. I was worried that I was going to run into this situation, so I'd better get on it right now. Oh, shit. How am I supposed to get back in? I didn't think this through. I didn't think this through. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. Evidently, I did not finish filling in the water gaps. Oh, fuck. I got so much water down here that I spawned brand new sources of water. What a fucking mess. Oh, fuck my life, man. Come on. Hello, Tab. How you doing? Ah, fuck. Oh, Lee. Okay, chat. Oh! My stopping alarm has gone off, which means it's time for me to wrap up. And after that wonderful debacle with water sources and everything, I'd say that I'm headed back. Oh. One moment. Anyways, as a result of this, I can sleep when it's pretty bright in the room as long as the light source is not in my field of vision. I mean, I suppose you do develop some very strange methods of, like, coping with infinite sunlight when you live 1 degree off of the Arctic Circle. That's insanity. This is a long run back. Kind of forgot my minecart. Hey, I was born here. I have a good excuse. Okay, well, I can't really fault you on that one. It's just like, I was born this way, man. Alright. Cool. Oh, Quit that. Alrighty. Hey. Chat, guess what? Got something special for you guys. Got something special for your viewing pleasure.
Which one? Should I wear?
Okay. Ooh, okay. Which?
It's left hand, babe.
Left. Okay. So.
I can't get it on all the way. Hello, Ratchet. It's got red in it. It's hard to see though.
It is difficult to see, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Even better. Is it a kitty? Oh, sweet, a fidget ring. Oh my word. Do you want me to do yours?
Sure.
Do you want to show it on the camera? Hello, Ratchet. Trying to get it on at the to the last spot is Hi. Hello.
Ratchet, darling.
You got matted bits I gotta brush out.
I think it's partly because we've been having to use the spray bottle so much.
Yeah, he's been a bit of a naughty boy lately. Fidget rings for all. God. Hello, lying. Oh, we. All right. Well, chat, it was fun playing some Minecraft and working on tunnels and whatnot. Well, you guys listen to me rant about the process of modifying and remastering games. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, 2 rings and a kitty. Yes.
2 rings and a kitty.
I like how you've got like the pillow battle scars on you right now.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, we'll get your tail out of there. There we go.
There you go.
Much better. God, he couldn't be happier. He's happy where he's at.
He's got to get his cuddle on.
He's got to get that cuddle on for as long as possible before the enemy is released from the gates of the bathroom. All right, chat, you've been a wonderful and a lovely audience. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride today. I hope to see you on Saturday at noon U.S. Central Time. Until then, you take care of yourselves. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay warm or cool based on where exactly in the world you live. Bye, everybody.